Hey, what it do? It's me, Sprax, and welcome to the Car Talk Radio Show, the show that is not really a show, but I like to say it that way because it makes for a great introduction. So today's Tuesday, and I usually do these on Monday, but I couldn't do it on Monday. It's too busy that day, and in fact I was kind of busy today, hence why I'm kind of running out of light doing these, and I have to do it with good lighting as the Sony Xperia 1.3, which is what I have. It's the selfie camera's not great. The Photo Pro app or whatever it is that comes with the phone is not great at all. I've actually come to learn to figure out that. So I'll tell y'all something before I get into this. Oh no, I dropped it. I'm back. And what I was about to say is one thing I figured out is the actual app itself has a cropping ratio when you record doing the selfie cam. But if you use anything else like Snapchat or Instagram, it actually is at its default focal length. Yeah, I do this, and how did I not know that? That's crazy. But yeah, it's just wild. Anyways, let's get into the actual topic. So I finally left my side job. Now, I didn't really tell them that I'm leaving. All my coworkers know, especially because I was on one at the job that day. Just not really caring, making jokes all day with my coworkers rather than doing what I usually do, which is like sometimes make jokes, but mainly just keep to myself. And now that day was just all jokes, just having fun because I ain't coming back. And it made for a great last day. And as you see by the title, Bad Managers, or I Quit My Side Job, whatever I titled this, because I actually haven't came up with a title yet. But whatever the title is, it should have something to do with bad managers per usual. As on my last day of the job, which was, like I said, me being on one and having fun, I had to check one of my managers, and it wasn't for me. As people have, as popular sayings will say, people don't quit bad jobs. People quit bad managers. Basically, that's saying that the managers are usually the people that quit. The job actually isn't that bad. And like I've said before, at this side job, and it's a security job at a place that has attractions. That's the most I can say, because I don't want to burn too many bridges just in case I can use this place in future not employment, at least not as doing security, but maybe on the more media side. But it's a place that has attractions, and a lot of people show up to them. Let's put it that way. So I'll say all that to say, I've made a few videos talking about bad managers and things, but today, like, it just really showed. And this small instance and the stuff like this that really sets me off. Like, I have pet peeves like a lot of other people, and this is one of them, so I'll get into it. So I came into the job, ready for my last shift, not coming back, even though I'm still on the schedule, but whatever. And, just going about the day, having fun, making jokes with coworkers who themselves are just out of it. They're tired. They are exhausted. The ones that work full-time, who are all are managers. The full-time supervisors, not managers. The full-time supervisors are tired. They are exhausted. They work non-stop. They just never stop working. And the thing about this job is being a supervisor is a crutch. You do not want to do it unless you absolutely have to do it. And by that, I mean, like, you just need hours, because you can work basically unlimited at this job. But the caveat is you don't get overtime because they found a loophole in the state. So if you become a manager at this job, not a manager, once again, a supervisor. If you become a supervisor at this job, you will work, and then get overwork. They will drain every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears that they can out of you, which is why I've never done it, even though I'm at that job. I basically, am I'm pretty much like a supervisor being there, right? I can do supervisory things if I really wanted to, especially when I'm with actual supervisors who all trust me, because I have, at least with the people that's left, I have more experience than them. But I don't have a supervisor title, or didn't have a supervisor title, because of that very exact reason, which is it just being a poop show. So as I was saying, I was out and about at the job, just, having fun, doing my job as well, but also mainly just having fun with my other coworkers who are just completely exhausted. They're tired of the place. They want to leave, and the season's almost over, but they still got to thug it out, because a lot of them have bills and everything else. They get to work those long hours, but it's not like they're doing it because they want to. They do it because they need to make ends meet. And a situation happens where we have a position that is called a reentry, and it's a stupid position. It should not exist, and you have to have a guard there at all times. So the guard who was there was a newer guy. He calls for a break. He needs somebody to break him. So they called me, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go do that, blah blah blah. That's absolutely fine. I go up. Well, I see him. Now, here's an important thing, right? This is a small little archway and has like a little see-through, like little fence thing. Archway's here, right? He's standing, he would be standing perpendicular to me. So if I'm forward, like how I'm facing this, he would be sideways. I would be seeing a side profile of him. And he's in between the archway. And on the other side, who I can see through the fence, is one of the head managers, who's a short lady, middle-aged, I'll say late middle ages, actually, probably 50, 60, retired former teacher, former elementary teacher. I think she was like a principal or something in kindergarten, or something along that vein. And if anybody knows anything about people who are involved in teaching, they come in one or two flavors. Absolutely cool, who are by the book, but people that you will stuttering like crazy, people that respect you and you will respect them back because you know where they stand. We had a supervisor who actually was also formerly in teaching a few years back. She's no longer there, but she was like one of the mid-level supervisors, and that's who she was. She was absolutely by the book. So if she wrote you up for something because you said something you shouldn't have said, it wasn't one of those, oh man, she's just on one. No, you know how she was. But she was also an incredibly nice lady, incredibly fair. Like I said, she was just by the book. So you respect that because you know what to expect from her. And then you have the other type, absolutely terrible what they do, but want to micromanage everything. This lady falls under this second half. She is a micromanager, and sucks at it. That type of stuff. I'm going to put the little light on because the sun's really going down fast. So, with all that backstory given, this lady, right, she's over there, and I go up to the guy who needed a personal break, just a restroom break, and she never sees me, but I go up to him, and he has to have like this little clicker thing, right? So I see him, he's like, I just gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, you're good, I got you. They told me over radio, it's what it is. Just go do it. I'll be right here. It's all cool. It's all gravy, right? He does that, and he goes that way. So he goes past the manager. We'll just call her Maureen. We'll call her Maureen. No, we'll call her Gertrude, because Gertrude's a fitting name. He goes past Gertrude. Gertrude sees him go past, and she goes, hey, Jay. We'll call him Jay. Hey, Jay, where are you going? And he's like, oh, I'm just going to the restroom. Well, you can't go without somebody covering you. And I'm standing there, and I'm like looking at her, and I'm like, I'm watching this play out. And when she says that, he goes, well, he starts stuttering and things. And like I said, he's newer here, but you could tell by his demeanor. I'm 6'3". He's probably about like my height, 6'1", 6'2", but he's a thinner, white kid. Doesn't really talk a lot. It's coolish, but he's very meek, if that's the word. He's easily pressured. We'll use that. And you could tell that like he feels uncomfortable. Like he feels incredibly uncomfortable right now. And because of that, I have to step up, and I go, he did do that. That's why I'm standing right here. She turns around and goes, oh, I didn't see you there. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead and go, do what you're gonna do. And I'm staring at her. I'm like, yeah, you didn't see me here. And the first thing you did to one of your subordinates was, instead of asking, because the proper way to do something, especially as a manager, if he walked off to the bathroom, well, when he walked off to the bathroom and she saw him, the proper way to go is, hey, where are you going? I'm going to the restroom. Oh, okay. Did you call for somebody to cover you or something? Oh, yes, I did do that. He's actually right there. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. That's why I'm just asking to make sure, because for that, somebody has to cover, but you're good and everything. And that's fine. It's fine. It's not even an issue. because you didn't know, which is why you asked a question just to be sure. In this case, she didn't ask a question. She went straight into the accusation of he didn't do something when he did. And for me personally, that's a pet peeve of mine. That's something that sets me off, something I do not like, especially, which in this case is exasperated on the fact that I don't even like this job anymore because I don't like the people here, her being one of them. So when I do that, and you know, she goes, oh, okay, well, and he goes off to the bathroom. We're just standing there, and like I said, I'm 6'3", 65, 270, just there, look at her and go back to doing what I'm doing, because I'm like, fucking incompetence. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head, at least. Like, this woman, and she's there, puts her hands behind her back. She's standing with somebody else because she's waiting for like a third person to come. And she's like, what? When I told my coworkers this story, they was like, oh, she just walked off, didn't she? Because apparently that's what she does when people check her. She'll like put her hands behind her back and just start walking off, right? You know, as a way to get out of the conversation. No, in my case, that didn't happen. She has her hands behind her back. It's over in, you know, like 3-4 feet away from me. And then just kind of walks up to me and goes, so, were you here Saturday? And in my personal opinion, it just went from bad to worse. And the reason I went from bad to worse is because it's like, wow, I had to put you on the spot because you as a manager, like, just like didn't do proper procedures, right? You didn't address things properly. And after that, you're going to sit and try to make small talk with me just to save face, because that's exactly what it was. It was her trying to save face. And she asked if I was here Saturday. I was like, no, I don't work Saturdays anymore. I haven't done that for years. And she's like, oh, okay. An awkward 30 to 45 seconds goes. And then she's like, so how are you doing today? And my response was, I'll just look at her. I'm like, I'm just chilling, doing my job. And she's like, oh, okay. The third person comes and she's just beelines out of there. I'm gonna add some extra light with this little flashlight thing I have. I know it seems simple, but it's like, hey, lighting is lighting. Yeah, just try to add a little extra light the best way I can. I know, like, I could easily just wait till tomorrow, but nah, we're gonna stick to the schedule and get this video out. But going back to what I was saying, it might not seem like a lot, you know, just like a small interaction, but when you are dealing with a person, or at least the decisions of a person every time you're at a job, and when you've been at a job since 2017, even though I work off and on, so what I mean by that is I'll take breaks after the job ends, because I don't really like being there during the off season. So last time I was there was 2 years ago, but I still know how the job is. I know how to perform my job, and I being there for so long and being there with the gap, you've seen like how it's gone down, especially after other people's retire, which is the only reason she has that position, just like the only reason her male counterpart has his position. So when you know how a job used to be and how more professional it used to be and how things used to make sense, and then see how it's at rock bottom now, but not only that, know the reason why, you know, the people involved who are causing it to be rock bottom. When you add all that together and then see one of the culprits just do something, which in my opinion is absolutely unprofessional and is something that they're known for doing, that's when I go from having a good day to being annoyed. Now, I didn't really see her for the rest of the day, which is absolutely fine. It wasn't like she was purposely staying away from me, but at the same time, after our interaction, she didn't also want to be near me either, which was fine. I didn't really want to be near her because I probably would have said something else if she said something that or did something that was, you know, just dumb, unprofessional, just something you don't do when you have a role of authority. And after that, went about my day, and at the end of the day, made some more jokes, even saying how incompetent management is in front of my other coworkers while they were having a meeting with some of the lower upper managers. And I'm like, yeah, I'm out. Y'all see me again never, unless certain people don't work here no more. And I said their last name, which caused everybody to laugh, because I was just on one. Man, the sun set fast too. This isn't even, I think I'm only like 20 minutes into this, but like I said, I started this a little late. But anyways, so what's the moral of this, like, the whole story and everything, right? The moral is management sucks. There are people who really shouldn't be in management positions. Like, absolutely should not be. And they affect how people, view their jobs. My coworkers, who I'm still cool with, and I might stop by to see them, they hate their jobs. Like, when I say I made that joke, while people were having their like briefing meeting and everything, and they all started laughing, I mean, they were all laughing. My sarcasm was on 20. Like, I went up with them, they're having a meeting, I pop in, and I'm like, yeah, go team. I was like, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all are some of the best workers that I've ever been around, and it's because you are led by great management. Some of the best managers that there is. Such and such is a leader, and I know this because I remember when he didn't have this position, and I watched him use meritocracy to work his way up. He earned it. It's not that people retired or anything, but he earned it, and that's how he's got to where he is. He is great at his job. Like, that was kind of the spiel I was given while they were trying to have a meeting. And the guys next to me were just like dying, to the point one of them was like, yeah, that's one of them looked at me. He was like, you're right. That's the best thing I ever heard right there. Sure did earn that position. Like, oh my God, it was too fun. But the fact that, I could do that while people are having a meeting, and not only are they laughing, but they're chiming in and absolutely agreeing, that's a problem. In any other situation, people should be like, hey, yo, Sprags or Jamil, whatever, use my real name. Shut the hell up. We're trying to have a meeting here. We're trying to really get what we need to get done, have our, touch base. But that wasn't it. No, I was given energy. I was being the morale, because there's no morale left. That's awful. That's terrible. But it is what it is. Anyways, it's starting to get dark out here, and I actually got to go inside this building to do something else, because I'm always a busy person. I usually park here, do these little things, and go work on stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. This is a little bit of a weird one because it got dark on me, but I'm still going to follow through and upload it. I missed Monday, so I'm definitely going to get it out on Tuesday. Anyways, it is what it is. Deuces, be good out there, and stay away from jobs with bad managers. And if you can't, put them in their place if you have to, or whatever, do what you got to do. But mainly just stay away from them if you can, because Jesus, some people do not belong to be in the position that they're in. Like I said, it might seem like a small interaction, but over time, just the buildup of everything, that's the type of thing that, even though it's already my pet peeve, when everything else is built up, will take me from 0 to 100, and it took me to like 55. But that's it. That's the video. And as always, wait, the light's going messed up. I don't know how to do this. Whatever. I can't do this properly. So we're gonna do it like this, like a scary movie, like not a scary movie, like me telling a spooky story. It's spooky season, anyways. So as always, deuces. Ooh.